Earlier today across Texas, protesters rallied for the No Kings protests taking place all across the country. Starting in North Texas, more than 10,000 demonstrators gathered all across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Protesters began just before 8 this morning in Euless. The group held signs on the overpass of State Highway 290. Then at around 9:30, a small group of protests rallied in Arlington. Protesters made their way to Denton just before 11. They met on the square, and at Dallas City Hall, protesters gathered at around 11:30. The group marched, causing road closures and traffic, and the last of the protests were in Fort Worth and Denton. Dallas Fire treated 6 heat-related calls. No one, though, was injured or taken to the hospital. And Dallas police are looking for these 2 suspects. Police say the man and woman are wanted for committing felony assault on a public servant and interference with public duties during a protest on Monday. And in Houston, protests also wrapped up this afternoon, where a whopping 26,000 protesters were in attendance. Law enforcement in Harris County shared that demonstrations in that area remained, quote, peaceful and without incident. Fox 26's Jillian Hartman was at today's protest outside Houston City Hall. Take a look.
Well, thousands came together here outside City Hall in downtown Houston to participate in the nationwide No Kings protest. Demonstrators were packed outside Houston City Hall Saturday morning. More than 26,000 people showed up for the No Kings protest, demanding change to federal policies.
In the 5 months that we've seen immigration rights being taken away. We've seen women's rights being taken away. We've seen attacks on our public schools. And so all of those things we care about, and we want to make sure that Donald Trump and his administration hears us.
Local leaders, including city council members, gave powerful speeches, urging people to speak out.
This is your City Hall. Make sure your voice is heard in our democracy.
Congressman Al Green took it a step further, telling us he plans to file articles of impeachment this month.
This is a president who is an authoritarian and who has devolved our country into authoritarianism. We cannot tolerate it. He must be removed from office.
Then here in the city streets, demonstrators from in and around the area joined together to march. They're holding signs, chanting, making their message clear. Some of them tell me why it was important to participate.
No justice, no peace, no fascists in our streets.
I wanted to come today to just show solidarity against the current administration's overreaches.
We saw protesters holding signs calling out the president's actions, especially those impacting immigrant communities.
Immigrants are not having, due process. They have a very messed up system where it's a long process and really costly for them to get citizenship. I think a lot of immigrants are essential workers, and I think everyone can agree if you're a criminal and you're illegal, then you should be deported.
During the peaceful protest, law enforcement did their part monitoring the rally to keep everyone safe. Now, this is one of many movements happening today across the country. In downtown Houston, I'm Jillian Hartman, Fox 26 News.
And this was in San Antonio earlier this evening. Protesters gathered outside City Hall in downtown San Antonio starting at around 11 this morning. Demonstrations overall peaceful. The crowds were heard chanting as speakers took the podium during the rally. And then hours later, around 7:30 this evening, the protests left City Hall. They marched throughout downtown near the Riverwalk and the Alamo. This comes after hundreds marched through downtown on Wednesday night. That night, 2 separate protests merged into a single demonstration lasting for about 4 hours.